welcome to SMR. And we have 3 beautiful and amazing ladies to talk to you today.
Welcome.
Who is this lady?
Mutmainah and Rodiyyah.
I'm Shukurah.
I'm Rodiyyah, CEO Rodiyyah.
Thank you.
So
for
welcome to
joining us.
SMR YouTube channel, please, guys. I don't know why they don't want to say the name of our YouTube channel.
Yes,
But
that's the name of
SMR.
our YouTube channel. Anyway, today we want to have a very interesting and enlightening topic. We are going to be talking about 3 broad topics. We'll talk about a much more relatable segment. Then we'll talk about political segments, and then we'll have our chef here, our CEO here. She'll be giving us a very interesting tip about how to make a foolproof jollof rice. And I'm sure you all are wondering, how is it? Why are you just?
Can't wait.
Please, it's okay. Thank you. So, the first topic on the agenda is sex education on your bridal shower. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Everybody, I feel like we are having a generalized
Should I say
debate.
yay or nay? It's nay.
Nay, like you don't want them to like have.
If I want to have a bridal shower, I want my friends to
but
stop.
I'm thinking it should be way before bridal shower.
What the question is this: do you want? Let me make it much more specific. Do you want adults coming into your bridal shower to give you sex education, or you want to be able to talk to your friends, like your age group, to talk to you about sex?
Age group
Really?
give you sex education. Must it be adults?
No, I feel like experiences with blah blah blah. But there's supposed to be a time where the mothers
Do
are.
you know we gossip? We have experience more than all those mothers.
What?
Okay, so you guys,
Not
you guys, calm down.
We have experience, guys.
Do you guys remember when we were arguing with someone and she was like, a woman is a slave in her marriage?
Yes,
And I'm
like,
like,
good.
Seriously, like what is
Don't
that? And the thing is, it's something that we have. It's a cross-section debate. As it's like there's this thing I used to say to people: when you're on this kind of hijab, you're like in the middle. You have people who are like worse,
Yeah.
or they just tie the head scarf. I have people not like I'm not
People
saying like
that
they are
wear
worse people. I'm just saying like they
Yeah.
wear scarf, and then we
Yes,
have
scarf,
you're
yes,
in the middle,
different
and then we have
level.
people who actually wear longer hijab, and then the argument is kind of different about marriage amongst the different scarf types. Let me put it that way. Because if you are meeting someone that is on head touch, she'll tell you, so waiting, I'm not a slave, it's a partnership, it's a teamwork.
Seriously.
Nobody came to this life to come and suffer.
Yes.
But let's just let's just go back to the issue of the bridal shower and sex education. Okay. There was a recent bridal shower that we all attended.
Yes.
It was fun, quite alright. But we had adults come in and talk to us about sex, things, blah blah blah, how to please your husband. Believe me, the conversation was very broad. Thank God I didn't stay to the end. I'm very happy.
That wasn't fair.
I
That
was there.
wasn't fair.
I was there.
We were there together. In fact,
And I was busy sleeping. I needed the sleep. However, on the basis of sex education, what, like Mutmainah, to you, do you feel we should have sex education way before? Like, what is the age limit for you to start talking about sex education?
Well, I feel like you should start talking about sex education earlier. You probably might not, like for a child of like probably 5 to 10, you just tell them that anybody that
You do not like strange men.
Yeah.
Even in this Nigeria.
Apart from don't do strange man, no. And even your father, your uncle.
Seriously.
If it's already coming closer.
just
Leave
have
there.
legs.
Say
I used to
that
have
my
this
mommy.
auntie, she on her phone, she has this app, like I think she's on this group of women, like this women awareness group, and then they give her like 10 key things you should tell your kids when they are growing up. Your young kids, do not sit on anybody's laps.
No.
Nobody, anybody's lap is out
No.
of limit. Do not sit on anybody's
no.
lap. 1, 2. When someone do not let anybody call your child my wife. That is old school practice. There is no such thing as my wife. No
Seriously.
little
Mark for
child
mommy,
is
name my
your
wife.
As in,
Mark for mommy.
As in, if it's even okay to change it for that kind of
Like
person,
I
can
feel
change it
like
for the
when
person.
you are
No.
young, you should like don't move close to any man.
Most especially
if any man
female
is
children.
touching you, come on. I feel like parents need to have this daughter relationship. Like this, like I cannot see my mother and be afraid. Why?
As in,
Some people see their mother and not be able to
I can
talk
tell my
to
mom
her.
anything.
Like I know that my mom
I
has
just
her
met
own
this
back,
person.
so like
his name is
okay.
Olumide, and it's this and it's
You don't need to
that.
introduce the new guy. You have like tons of eggs every week. Anyway, back to what we're talking about.
Positive, guys.
Don't mind this girl.
Busted.
Back to the topic of sex education, because if we're talking about this one's relationship,
Let me
a whole day.
let me
Seriously, I'm still searching. Don't
Let
mind
me
this girl.
continue.
Feel free, you can continue.
So yeah, so when you are above 10, so like okay, you are above 10, that time you are like, oh, matured already. So you tell somebody, nobody touches
they have
your
rapid growth.
yes,
Children of
nobody
nowadays.
touches your private part. You own your body. Don't let anybody come and tell you that
Seriously.
let me just touch you small.
Forget that you're able to touch it too
Let me
much.
just it's small. Let me just do this. No, you tell them no, and you tell them that you are going to report, and make sure you tell somebody that is going to go and tell the person that stop touching this child. I think that is what we need in this society.
However, you guys should try and understand that this is the kind of arguments that developed nations have actually had that made them say, let's give our kids sex education when they're in
Seriously.
primary, when they're in middle school. And but
I
however,
think it's high time you have to inculcate
no,
that
apart
habit.
from that, I think if at all we want to inculcate that habit, we need to like revise the curriculum of sex education. Because if you look at sex education books, especially for countries like for European and American countries, it is not right. There was this particular book that I was going
It's not
through.
right.
It is not. It is way too much. It is way too extreme. For example, talking about sexual positions, about different kind of issues, at least that
For children.
Thank you. You're supposed to have that conversation with adults.
Yeah,
not children. And you have this,
children.
and you have this kind of they have this kind of description in children's books meant for kids of 7, 8, 9. It is wrong. We're not supposed to have that kind of thing. It's very wrong. So if also want to inculcate sex education into our own curriculum, I think it's a cross-sectional debate. We have to talk about. We have to know how you want to represent it. These are the things you must tell your child, babes.
Like,
no uncle is your.
Do you understand that if some children are doing biology in school, they'll be like, I don't want to hear anything reproductive. Say, oh no,
It's the father. Now like this, all of them are playing their ear.
No, we still have children that are always still keeping mute, though, that they don't want to listen to anything in school, like during biology. They'll say, oh, reproductive system, I don't want to hear, or something.
So I guess we're all agreeing at a particular point. At the bottom line is we need to give ourselves sex education. And one, as young adults, you need to have a good relationship with your mother. If you cannot talk with your mother, you should talk to maybe your sister or your very best friend, where you can actually talk to each other
I
about
feel like
sex.
it's very nice
before you are able to talk to somebody, you have to study the person. You have to like, find people that you find comforting. Don't just go and tell any girl that somebody is touching me, and the person will not go and tell somebody.
And that's what I'm saying.
Like,
Like young adults, like you know the person you're going to you're talking to about your sex
Seriously.
life. You can't just walk up to someone and be like, hey, Asibiliki, me and brother Shina, we did this today.
and Asibiliki is going to go and transfer it to somebody else.
Then
It's
they'll
now
now come
come
and
to
bring
street
it.
matter.
Ọmọ yẹn ó bàjẹ́.
bó ṣe rí nìyẹn.
Kíní kan ṣe.
Are we Yoruba that we like Teveloku and Eke?
And a
Gossiping.
number one. Now we.
Gbé borun, gbé fìlà. Anyway, the next on the agenda I want us to talk about is our criminal justice reform. So I was going through like newspaper article, and we found out that more than 50% of prisoners in Nigerian prisons are actually awaiting trials. Like there are people who they've committed a crime, but they've not actually been tried to court. They are still in
Yeah, did
in the
you
prison.
see one post on Instagram? Yeah, about a guy that is a caterer. So on the norms, if you have a business page on somewhere, your number is going to be there and stuff. And he said somebody called him that he wants to like book for foods and stuff. That was like okay. Then now told his boss that he has a job somewhere, he's going to be at a job, blah blah blah. Then apparently the guy that called him was a thief. Took his phone, took all his money, took everything that he was stranded. So fortunately, police were like around their SARS. They were there to like, they picked him up, and he was like, he doesn't know anything, that he wasn't even trying to come to a police station, tell them that somebody just harassed him. Do you know that this man was in prison, was sent to Kirikiri? Like, he was somebody,
On top waiting,
he just didn't know anything.
He was
about
even the victim here.
Yes, and
Hey.
he was, and
He said he
and they're like, and when he was in prison, when they were like, he should call somebody, he was like, he doesn't know anybody's number. Like even his boss, maybe he should call his, he said he doesn't know. That they should just allow him.
That's
Do you know
one
that
thing about this
they had
country.
to tell him,
For
they
me,
gave him bail of 50K. And tell him what you message.
For
Person don't know
me,
anything.
for me, I'm going to say we have a lot of things to work on in Nigeria.
Seriously.
And one of the things I keep saying is I believe that it's not a day's job. We have to have a centralized information system. We don't know how many people we have in Nigeria.
Yes.
The Nigerian Bureau of Statistics doesn't even do well. If you want to have correct statistics, like a much close estimate of the population of Nigeria, you can't find on the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics website.
When is the next
You'll be finding it.
head count?
You'll find census. I can't recall. I don't know. You'll be finding it on
I'm not taking
United.
that thing
You
serious.
find it on
Seriously.
United Nations website
Seriously.
or World Health Organization website. You'll be wondering, like, you'll be having information about Nigeria. You'll be hearing from World Bank, and you'll be wondering, like, don't we like do a very good job on our own back here? It's a very porous system. We don't have good border control system. We have a terrible information gathering system. So it's kind of hard. It is hard for policemen to even track down the real criminals because they do not have adequate
They don't even want
information.
to track down anybody.
That's the
As
thing.
far as they just see it by the roadside, they pick you
They
up.
pick you up.
Inside their prison cell, talk
There
about
was
it, they
something
saw
that happened-
20K.
There was something that happened along Western Avenue, Surulere. There was a man lying. Was he half dead? He was not dead. People were just passing by the side. I was like, what happened? Nobody was even going. They said, Kalo sumo ko sọ pé
Àwa la pa.
our lapa we are under
Àwọn
arrest. And the
ọ̀rọ̀
man is not dead. And nobody was ready to help. Nobody was even ready to
We
go
live in that
near.
kind of lifestyle. In that kind of lifestyle in Nigeria,
I cannot.
where you can't see someone and tells you, please come and assist me. When you say before you say auntie, you are down the road. Before you say and the thing is this, it's very dangerous, especially living in Lagos is being in Lagos is very being in Lagos is very dangerous. Being in Lagos is very dangerous to the extent that you're always very scared of actually doing it. It's the truth now. Everybody's insane in Lagos. It's not a one-sided argument. And the thing is this: we keep hearing things about people going into prisons and coming back as even worse hardened criminal. And prison is supposed to be a reformative of the institute. You're supposed to go there and regret what you've done. Don't go there and appreciate what you've done more.
There's this movie that I've forgotten this American movie that when I saw their prison, I said, what's going on in this prison? The prison is like
There was a report about the current Saudi Arabia president that he jailed some people in prison, and this comedy talk show host was like, this prison is not a prison, this is a duplex. When you're in a prison that has 24-hour electricity, this is a duplex.
Nigeria prison. The 50 people, why in small space come by you?
As in prison where you don't even know. It's not like that prison.
Nigeria, it go
Like the prison for people
better.
where they the prison.
So it's very common, very common, very common. We have too much awaiting trial, and the another thing is this: even when they give some of these people presidential or governorship pardon, like okay, the governor has pardoned. They usually pardon cases that for example, you committed a crime. Now, even if you have committed that crime, you have spent 15 years in prison, and you spent up to like 20 years just in awaiting trial. What exactly are you still doing? They give pardons too. And I okay, fine. I believe that we have different criminal justice systems. We have the American.
You're still talking about those people that have awaiting trial. What about those people that doesn't know anything about that crime that they committed?
They are awaiting trial too.
Oh.
You know, there are some they put some in waiting cells. Like, we captured you. We don't know if you are real or not. We don't know what you committed.
There are even some of them are even suspect, and suspect are not.
The thing is if you're rich enough to hire a good lawyer that will tell you, okay, yes, this.
And even those people that are not.
That's Nigeria.
Just go online, you'll be seen and be like, are we in a country that is civilized, or we're just like
We are still underdeveloped.
we're not even under.
We are not developed.
We're not
We are still underdeveloped.
Our name is not even the. It's not under the under. I don't know where to call it people because in Nigeria, I know that
I think
we're gonna be alright. We're all gonna be fine.
I think it's a multidimensional argument. It's not something that we could just talk about. For me, I keep saying Nigerians, we are all talk, no action. I'm very sorry to say, we
Yeah,
are all talk, no action.
yeah.
We could go on air and talk about, oh yeah, this person is a bad person.
And there's no.
You could remember a few weeks ago, I was watching a show that I was pissed, and the host on the show was like, oh yes, blah 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 blah. The government is not doing so well. I said, wait, from your own salary, how many beggars have you fed in a month?
Fed? Like, how many people have you
The
helped?
tax, apart from the withholding tax you are paying as a TV host, do you pay your other taxes? And you'll be coming and yes, you know when they take the money, they usually spend it and they siphon the money, they use it for stupid things. Yes, we are going to blame the government for their wrongdoings.
Yeah.
But you, auntie, and coming around not this, they're making that they have.
At least the government is government of the people, by the people, and for the people.
Oh my scatawa.
However, I think it's something we have to agree on. We need to work on ourselves. Like, as Nigerians, we need to look within ourselves if we truly love our country, or we just want a country that will just sustain us. Because in Nigeria where we dey, there's no stupid love. We will love stupid Nigeria. Our country want to love.
We will not go wrong comot for this country. This country go better.
Yeah, babe, so they talk to so.
This country go better. We no go wrong.
Hey,
Go better for me. I go get money. I go get motor. One day, like you pariwo láti jẹ́ yìí.
This one, the one they never come up.
Don't
They'll
worry,
say,
have patience.
they'll say the youth are leaders of tomorrow.
Yeah.
How long does the youth want to consider remaining the youth before they can become
Buhari
leaders?
is the youth
You
of
remember that song that we
Buhari.
always sing in school when we
Buhari is the youth of our
parents,
country.
listen to your children.
We are the leaders of tomorrow.
You are not.
Try to be our education. I shall know it. I shall know it.
Oh, serious.
Oh God! Now we're moving to the segment of having a foolproof jollof rice, and I'm sure we all want to listen. What is it?
Rodiyyah Street, treat us right.
Well, we've all had our fair share of annoying experience of going to, like bookers or like restaurants where we have really disgust. I'm very sorry for using all disgusting. The kitchens are not clean enough. They have very bad customer services.
Seriously?
And the food doesn't even taste good. And you're like, God, I hope I'm not eating food poisoning.
I have had.
Serious?
There's one that I went to. Everybody be like, oh, I'm going to go and look. That food is trash. Let me tell you the truth. Trash.
I was listening to a radio station one time, and the guy was like, there was a time that he and his friend, they went to a restaurant and they were trying to have a meal, and it's like he wanted to go use the toilet. So he, when you're going to a place and you cannot quickly find your way, then he just mistakenly enter the kitchen. The guy said, when he saw the kind of water that was coming out of the tap, he wanted to show. Say, guy, maybe they go. I know the shop. I know the shop. Maybe they go. And believe me, many restaurants in this Lagos, how they cook their food is so unhygienic. And you now start seeing, I don't know the name of this institution. It's under Lagos State. They're like the state.
And you know the first code for catering. You have to be clean. You have to be very hygienic.
Not everybody observes that code. You see people who are frying things by the roadside that are very unhygienic. You see different things. And we're in Lagos. Everybody is on the road. Everybody is on the low. Everybody is hustling. You are going to eat on the road. You go age.
You know Yoruba always say "Kó kan ló máa pààyàn." See, Izipu gidi ló ń kó pààyàn because when you are eating anything anyhow,
you know that your life will just waste anyhow. Anyway, so we always have issues. We always have a lot of issues when it comes to cooking our jollof rice. Like, it burns easily, it burns quickly, or it's always very soggy. It's very hard. And I think the tip is you have to know the kind of rice you're cooking.
Yes.
That there are certain, especially if you are cooking local rice.
Now that our borders are even closed, no imported rice again. Our Nigeria rice, you have to know how to cook it properly.
Yes, because they are very soft, kind of like they get done quickly.
Yeah.
And if you're using the standard of imported rice,
they don't need much water. They need just little water.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave the talking to the chef. So enlighten us.
So where am I starting from? I'm starting from
the kind of rice
you
have
rice.
to use.
Okay. There are different kind of rice actually. Do you know all the small grain rice?
You know why this chicken is not talking? This one. Ordinary,
she's not interested in cooking at all.
They will not send their future man away because I don't understand. The cuckoo say age that we should be needing and be feeding our man. So let her be teaching us the jollof rice so that one people come on lower.
Okay. So we start from the type of rice you should use. There are different type of rice. You have the long grain and we have the small grains. You see, the small grain kind of rice doesn't need much water. It needs just a little amount of water.
But how, okay, I guess maybe later on in further episodes we'll be having like a detailed, much more detailed version of how we can actually cook certain rice.
Okay.
Because there's some people like us now that we not have experience with local rice. We're used to cooking with cap rice.
Do you know, apart from that, some people like hard rice and soft rice.
Yeah.
Like for me, I want my rice to be like in the middle, not add no.
That's it. You still get the same results. It matters how you cook the rice. For that long grain rice, you add much water to it. Long grain imported rice, not Nigerian rice.
Let's talk about Nigerian rice nonsense.
Yes, it's very common. We have late rice
because there was one party like that and the caterer was there. God save the woman because she don't pour plenty water. Now later I come tell her and say this thing, so she can't reduce the water.
Like now in my house for the past 1 year, I think they like rice.
Seriously?
And I know how to cook it now. Like I know that when this rice is not going to be soft unless you are killing your my Jimmy.
Yeah. Seriously. So the best thing you do is you parboil the rice first with a little amount of water.
So yeah, you're able to control the texture of the rice.
Yes. So when you parboil the rice, then you drain it in a sieve. Then after then you put your pot on the cooker.
Why are you blushing? Where is it? After that, you put the pot in the cooker.
Don't mind this
funny voice.
Don't mind
on
this girl.
a show. I don't know why they are
girl.
putting pot on the rice. I'm like, the pot is really fire.
Don't mind this
I'm
girl.
a what Jatasi. Me, then you say that I cannot cook.
She's not a
Let me say my
professional.
own.
No, which one is Emma Adatasi? Don't mind that. We are going to cook rice.
For boy rice. Emma, what's fine? You will put your pot on the fire. After you put your pot on the fire, you will put ororo.
My eyes is there.
On the fire. After putting ororo on the fire, you will now put pepper and your sauce. Let me tell you one.
She's talking about professional
She reminded me of
rice.
someone who was talking about how to make fried rice. She's like, not to make fried rice. You pour the rice.
Fry the rice.
You pour everything. You pour the oil. I say, hey, Mamo,
This is Darudapo rice.
You want us to punch?
Gonna be sweet.
Oh, Darudapo.
Please, don't mind this girl. Yeah,
Okay. As I was saying, so after you put your oil on the fire, you allow it to eat for a particular time. Then you pour your onion. That onion is of different shape. Some you are going to chop it small.
I think we are going to
There's
do
one that you are going
practical.
to chop.
I'm one of the guests said
She wants to taste food.
I book.
You be thief.
Me I book.
You be thief.
First person.
No, nah, this thing I want you invite to now President Muhammadu Buhari. I want
So you will
invite.
not come and come and say
Pepe jẹ. Pepe. Hey.
I beg this fast. As we talk go. At some point on the show, guys, no, don't worry. We'll be having a full version of her giving us, like detailed recipe of a foolproof jollof rice. But we just wanted to give us the tips, how we can make it easy. Because I've had people asking me questions about when I'm making my jollof rice. It always smells nice, but the tasting doesn't always come out good.
I feel like there are different types. There are different ways.
No. You know when you
rice.
boil your chicken or your meat, you have to use the stock to cook your jollof
What if
rice.
we don't have chicken or meat?
You can buy stock.
You can buy stock. There is natural. There is
I think that you
stock.
should tell us how to cook papa jollof rice and party jollof. Yes, like even in our husband house, I'm no see.
There's nothing like
Omiero.
papa jollof rice. If you are doing papa jollof rice, you turn to concussion rice.
We don't have omiero.
Papa jollof
I
rice.
don't know. I've used my omiero and
Don't
cook and
mind
all
this
that
girl
thing.
and cook papa jollof rice.
Hey, what's the cooking party jollof rice on Sunday morning?
Step. Don't mind this girl.
Ibẹ̀ ló máa pẹ́ sí.
Don't mind this girl. So as I was saying, when you eat your onions, the next thing
I still
is
eat onions.
yes, eat your onions like step by step.
Okay, ma'am.
After you have eaten your onions to a particular, no, you not make the onions get burnt to.
Like your people. They will brown the onion. Seriously.
Light.
Seriously. So you now
Light frying, Abby.
yeah, light frying.
Yeah, my
Thank you.
bad. I just said
So then you pour your what's it called? Your pepper. That's blended onion, tomato, tatashi, bawa, and little rodo because some people doesn't know like peppery food. So you pour your what's it called? Your pepper in the solution of oil and onion.
Chemistry
Then-
way, guys. Solution.
So you make it fry. So you make it fry a little bit to an extent for like.
I think we
maybe-
need mic.
Don't use my bed for your mind. Yes.
for like maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Then you had your tomato paste. Do you know what they call tomato paste? Okay,
No.
it's not tomato tortillo. It's not grounded tomato. Tomato paste as in sachet tomato. Some people call it tin tomato.
Some people do not know.
Some people do not know.
Hey,
I
you
have
don't
to-
mess some
I have
very
to-
horrible
I have to
people.
go low to some people's this thing. I don't know what to say.
Level.
Level.
Baby, start.
So you pour your tomato paste
And
and
see,
you
what's this? What you are saying nonsense. That's not the way they sang the song. Lyrics. Please continue, Jerry.
So you fry everything together, then you turn
Turn
it.
my scarf
After
around.
turning it to some extent, it will actually fry to some extent for the tomatoes to mix with the pepper to mix with the onions to mix with the oil. So you fry it for like 10 minutes. After then, you had your stock. Kinimope stock, like chicken or what's it called, meat stock. You had it to eat. For those that doesn't have chicken or meat stock, there's an artificial stock out there. Sugar, what's the name of that stock?
Benny,
yes. They call it Benny stock.
You can find other products. I think Onga, yeah, you can use Onga. Onga has a product.
A
for
product,
stock.
yes, they have
We'll
other
find
products.
plenty.
There are other products. So for that, the Maggi that I used, the special Maggi that I used, you know, the special Maggi that I
Roddy
used.
Street.
I
Roddy
say
Street special
the
Maggi.
special. I'm just, you know what, giving you this secret behind my jollof
Oh yeah, keep your
rice.
secret. Just say Maggie.
Yes.
I
It's
want
your
their
market
Maggi-
secret.
I want their Maggi to be their jollof rice to be pepper
What is
there.
your secret now?
Pepper there.
What is your secret?
It's my secret.
I
but-
just said I put Maggi in the place. Any
And then
Maggi,
they put
chicken
Maggi.
Maggi,
But then
curry
they put-
Maggi,
chicken
Maggi,
flavor.
anyone you like.
Okay, they don't want me to tell you my secret, but if you want it, personally come to me.
Oh shit!
Come and order for
I want to
Roddy-
buy dinner.
No,
Roddy Street
personally
jollof.
come to you.
And Bill, come and order for Roddy Street jollof rice and see how it looks like. So, as I was saying
You
before,
will
the
cook for us for
interrupted-
free. I will invite guests to come and taste it.
No, if you want to invite guests, invite President Muhammadu Buhari.
We cannot invite them.
Dangote, still there for money.
Invite Dangote.
See ya. Please, I beg, pack yourself
Invite
down.
Otedola.
See them. You know, she chef stone that is cooking
don't
for
worry.
them.
I'll invite Chef
I'm
to
shy
my
to
favorite
guess
chef.
in
I
this
love
thing.
her
I
so
don't want to
much.
know. Sorry, I'm the guest. I'm
Yes.
number one guest.
No, Chef Stone, President Muhammadu Buhari, Dangote, Otedola, Mike Adenuga, those are the people
You know
I
what
want
you're
to
going to
invite.
do?
What?
Just pack your cooking utensils and go and cook on Twitter. That's the best thing that can help
I should go
you.
and
They will
cook on-
taste it via Twitter.
Oh, that would be better. Thank you.
Go, pack yourself and be going, Joe. Anyway,
So I was saying something, then you add your stock, then make that stock boil together with other ingredients, then cover your pot for like 10 minutes or so for everything to enter into each other. Give me that word, that chemistry word, for the solution to mix together. So after the
for
solution,
everything to one around one.
Super saturated.
Oh shit.
Jẹ́ pé gbogbo wọn
Bẹ́sẹ̀,
máa
bẹ́sẹ̀.
chemist,
ó máa enter each other.
these are chemists that are
Super.
talking yìí.
Gbogbo ẹ̀. Jollof rice, epo.
Abeg,
Maggi,
Don't mind that, please. There's no epo there. She's already going
super
overboard.
saturate, super saturate the ingredients. Continue, like
Yeah,
It
this.
is ororo, it's not epo.
Má
When you're not
Hi.
cooking jollof rice, it's epo. Which one is epo?
And she wants to cook jollof rice for her great grandmother.
I'm okay, jollof rice, epo.
You know, if you want to cook jollof rice, epo, there's another thing. People will come back
Hey,
later.
they want to jollof rice, for
So,
the love of God.
as I was saying-
only jollof rice. Be posh.
Okay, palm oil jollof rice. See, we know the fun for this show.
We dey grace. We dey grace. Na me call the form and
We know the form.
You know the fun.
Kí form.
Kí form.
A máa sọ Yorùbá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
A máa sọ English.
Yes.
A jẹ máa sọ pidgin.
Yeah, Abasa Hausa.
Nagode. We say láfíà láwù.
Láfíà kalau.
we are, for the love of God, we are talking about food. Continue.
So sorry guys, as I was saying, then after your stock has boiled with everything you have in the pot, then you now open it jejely. You open it what? Jejely. After you have opened it, you now taste your this thing, because if you don't taste, you go and put using your toja, or you go and put this thing, seasoning
Cold
cube.
mixing.
You
Cold
use-
mixing. Cold mixing. Cold
Hey,
mixing. Cold mixing.
That's the sweetest. Don't mind this girl. So you use iyọ̀ to jar, or you use your seasoning cube to jar. So this is what you are going to do. You taste it. When you have tasted it, you know, okay, this is the amount of salt I'm going to put for it to be okay. This is the amount of seasoning cube that I'm going to add for it to be okay. So you just add the seasoning cube, then you add the salt. Then when you get your pleasing taste, there are some people like me now, if I want to make my jollof rice pepper there, I'm going to fry, I'm going to dice
Walale fried jollof rice side.
don't mind that. So I'm going to dice chicken, like I'll actually fry that chicken and I'll dice it, and I'll actually pour the chicken inside the solution.
No, all this thing you're saying is just making us saturate. We want to eat. We want to have a taste for that beautiful jollof rice.
So they said up to man do but time no man pa time, like you have to wait, you have to be patient.
Anyway, chef, please kindly round up.
Okay.
We have a time frame.
All right, then after everything, we will now wait for the what's it called, the stock and everything, the ingredients to boil. After boiling, then you add your what. If it is your what's it called, you make the stock not to be much. In order for the stock not to be much.
Who died before this food?
As in, see the entire instruction.
Sorry, like you make the stock not to be much for rice, for short grain.
Babe, don't break my hand.
For short grain rice, you have to make it little amount of stock. Then you pour your what? Rice, then you cover the pot back. But for long grain rice, long grain imported rice, not Nigerian rice now, you put a little more stock for it to be soft. But for long grain Nigerian rice, you make the stock little, then you cover your pot again. After all, if you open the pot,
and you're all wondering how come she has different eggs every week. All this food, all this stupid food she has been cooking.
Don't mind these girls. So after some minutes, like 15 minutes, you open your pot. Then you stop stirring. You avoid stirring all the time with spoon. People always think it is borrow me that word. People always think it is obsolete for people to tell you that Emma rice penishibi, but you can use turning stick like
I need a turning stick.
No.
English
If you have
a wooden spatula, you can use a wooden spatula
for it also. So you use your wooden spatula to turn instead of using spoon. If you use spoon, it will get on time. Don't mind this girl, she's too local. Local.
Open the English dictionary and there's turning stick.
There's turning stick. There's spatula. Is there no spatula?
Yeah,
there's spatula. Spatula is used in the lab. It's a small spoon.
No. There's a spatula.
I know.
Go and bring your dictionary. Have you ever even opened dictionary before since when you're in school?
No, actually.
I can see. I don't need to talk.
You know what this I was studying in school? You have to be crazy and mad. I don't think this was studying something else in school.
Guys,
Seriously?
I've been insulted. Let me
No.
just shut the mouth up. Oh, yeah.
Zip your mouth. So, guys, I think our rices are done, almost done.
We're done.
We are not done. Then you open the pot back. You know that onions that you just slice into round shape. Then you just put it and cover it to steam for like 5 minutes again. When you are now done,
I'm coming to your house every Sunday. I'm not cooking any damn thing.
I don't want alejo, please.
Yeah, I'm coming.
No,
Sunday morning and night, you are feeding me.
If it is up to Mutmainah will be coming to my house every day.
I mean, so
Guys, sorry, I don't like cooking because I feel like it's a necessity. But I will cook for you.
No, I think there's some people that tell you that cooking for them is like it's when it's necessary they actually have
Yes,
to
it is
cook.
necessary.
But like just like cooking for fun.
This is for another day.
I rather read and do other things or watch
This
movies
for another
fun.
day because me, I gotta do things that will bring
No, this one is
smash money.
This one is chasing money.
Smash money.
Chasing money.
Food.
Leave them alone.
Gotta
Don't
be
allow our
fine.
jollof rice to get burnt.
Brody Street will treat us every time.
Don't allow our jollof rice to get burnt. Then you actually
Thank you
open
very
it and
much,
you
our
tear it.
darling
Then our jollof rice
audiences.
is what? Ready to eat.
Our
But if you want to have
audience,
more
oh
lovely
dear
jollof
Lord.
rice, just allow me.
Guys, when you're
Raw this straight.
interested, please
Raw this straight.
text on the Instagram.
So
Guys, we are available for you.
Guys,
Boss,
Party birthday.
We're done.
We are
We're
there.
done with
Like we are
cooking.
there.
thank you very much for mind at your head. Thank you very much, you guys, for being with us today. We had
Thank
a
you
lot
so
of fun
much.
with
Thank you so
and we
much.
hope you had a lot of fun with us too.
Yeah.
If you want to
Thank
reach
you.
us, I'm sure you would have seen our Instagram page.
share, subscribe, like. Thank you, guys. I know they don't know how to do it, but we have to teach them every time. Bye.